I gotta say, that Kingdom live action looks really good. I know Oki doesn't look like, well, Oki, but come on, it's really hard to make him look like him. It's Highway to Hell featuring Hi Shin Unit. The day has begun, and everyone is slaughtering anything in sight. It's the usual everyday warfare, only on a larger scope. For the new recruits, however, they weren't accustomed to that said sensation. After many days of fighting for Shin and Awakened to fight at their prime, it became clear what the veterans had been dealing for years. This was a really nice encouraging chapter that demonstrates the significance of being part of Hi Shin Unit. After back-to-back astounding speeches, the action kicks into high gear. Notably, the new recruits were the main focus. The focus picks up here as they are fighting in the most crucial battle yet. It's not set in stone on who will remain alive and be part of the cast for years to come. But so far, there are a good amount of characters that are welcoming. With that said, they are here to provide an inspiring storytelling of how Rookie slowly evolves to where the veterans lie in today. The new recruits are fighting like we have rewind back to the old days before Hi Shin Unit was a group. Savages, mindless, and adrenaline rush to win and survive. Each time danger comes right at them, they freeze and they practically say their prayers. That's a clear rookie mistake, but it is reasonable. With the magnitude of all or nothing scenario and going out with no tactic. If you want the veteran of Hi Shin Unit to get into action, this chapter does it justice and then some. It's a good idea to resume the rookie's subplot in this heat of moment, let alone show off the veterans like champions. Sosui saves them from Zhao's cavalry, only for them to face against the archers. Some luck they have. Luckily, Sugin saves them like a boss. Of course, the new recruits are amazed by their badass moment. That's nice and all, but if they feel the need to rely on them, they will eventually die. It's why Kanto picks up on their action and knows that despite no tactic, they still form a group and fight strategically. Even though it's all or nothing, that doesn't mean every man for themselves. It does lead to a cool, yet defining moment. Just when I said they can't rely on veterans all the time, the army couldn't prevent Zhao's cavalry from barging through. That leaves the new recruits on their own. If this was like their first day, they would have died instantly. Thankfully, they didn't freeze, but instead react on an instinct to defend themselves with Zhao's shields. They even used Go Riki move on them, which is not easy. That was really good reaction, but it's more than a smart move. It's the relieving sign of growth. Shosa may have the coolest entry in this chapter. Good, because he's my favorite when it comes to members outside of Shin and Kyokai. But really, how cool was that when Zhao Cavalry tried to recover, but he came out of nowhere and denied them with stabbing. It's even better since he fits in with others. He was the one that encouraged the rookies to fight on and witness their change. And change is definitely shown. The past pages have them fighting like bona fide rookies with fear, slow reactions, and already call it quit. After a couple of saves and reacted like real men, that's when they're finally growing accustomed to the battlefield. We get a page of everyone fighting, only now there's no more slacking. I guess you could say they have awakened, but there were few kinks to polish off. Kanto is clearly the standout man of the new recruits. He narrates his action as it differs greatly from earlier. He no longer feels slow and sluggish. Now, he feels like a warrior. It's been a while, so maybe this isn't new, but this reflection seems new. Although we have been following Hi Shin Unit for a long time, the mentality view of a warrior wasn't addressed until now. Regardless, it's a nice way to describe the development. Best Man Shosa returns with an inspiring speech of his own. It's as if everyone has gained a speech of wisdom. But seriously, it's appropriate for him to follow up his last speech. He noticed Kanto and others have finally got the hang of it, and it's thanks to Shin that awakened their spirit. The speech is more like a reflection of Hi Shin Unit as a whole, as well as their thoughts on Shin's speech. We already know they have great amount of respect for their beloved captain. However, it's the first time we hear one of them speak out about him and share it to newcomers. Intentional or not, I thought it's nice that it somewhat tie into what Shin meant about passing down the story of Hi Shin Unit. Shosha and others can say that Shin is an idiot, which is funny to hear, but the view he sees goes much higher than everyone, and that's what makes him incredible. It's a way of saying his determination is untouchable for them. But is that the reason why they all awaken? The selling point is the fact Shin, the man with a great vision, asks his people, the ones who try to reach that vision, for help to push him to the top. It's the feeling of equality that made them awed and inspired. Shin is no selfish captain. He's the captain we all need. The icing on the cake is the single page of no dialogues. The scenery of Hi Shin Unit fighting with honor, not a sign of surrendering, is captivating. It's them in a nutshell. A great scene to capitalize that foundation. This is one of the reasons why Kingdom is greatness. Kanto said it best. I'm really glad I got into Hi Shin Unit. The rest of the chapter is filled with hype inducing, and by the end, I can see why. As mentioned in my last review, this moment gave Chin a great advantage against Zhao as they are being overwhelmed by non-strategic movement. Chogayu and Gyo-on realize that they are in trouble. Most importantly, they realize Shin and Ohan reminisce the bygone era of Chin's 6 great generals. Now that's hype. I seriously can't wait who they will crown the title after this war. They catch on that their army is awakened, so they must regroup to a counter-strike. It's like an NBA game. Once a team has the momentum, you must break it to stop the downhill road. Although strategy isn't needed for this battle, Ten is around to fill in the grand scheme that may finally answer the question of Olsen's hidden agenda. She could be the analyst for the time being. She knew that Chin has the advantage, so it's no surprise Zhao will order a retreat. However, this is good as well because she figured out the full scope. If they are pushed back and Chin continue to advance, they would eventually leave a path to Reboko. This will give Olsen the cue to move out and match the front lines as theirs. In other words, this could be not just a decisive battle for the right wing, but the endgame as a whole. Damn! If her analysis is true, this could explain why Olsen is holding out on reinforcements and counting on the right wing to advance. Imagine the whole fresh army going against exhausted Zhao. That would be like a clean sweep. It won't happen, but the momentum will be on Jin easily. It would be funny if she is wrong and Olsen won't do a damn thing throughout the war. Then the series will end soon. In all seriousness, lately it has been hyping me up for an intense conclusion. Overall, this chapter was really solid. The entire segment with Hi Shin Unit, rookies and veterans were all inspiring. The art scenery left a tender feeling even in the midst of battle. It gave that finale feeling. I am curious when the series does reach the ending, how would Hara top this sensation? In due time, the hype level continues to go higher and higher. If 10 is correct, then it's going to be intense as hell. Sadly, there's a break. It's no wonder the last part was nothing but hype. When it resumes, I'm ready for anything. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I should have seen it coming. After all, this is what Oda has been doing with One Piece. It's the same with Hara. When you hype it up, you take a break and make them suffer more. What a cursed strategy they have learned. What do you think of the chapter? How hyped are you in right now? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.